Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Callahan's Bowl-O-Rama, Newington, Connecticut for NEBA number 972. This is the Rip Callahan Memorial Singles Open. We are in the round of 16. Bowlers just finished up their practice. You're seeing the first frames now. Let's go over the matches right away, and then we'll talk about the pattern for people that maybe weren't on the last round. Off to the left, you might be able to just catch out of the corner of the screen. On 25 and 26, Sean Richard is bowling versus Justin Veal. Feature matches on 27-28, Nick Messino versus Josh Roca. And on 29 and 30, the battle of the two-handed Nates, Nate Purchase and Nate Clark. There's Clark with a strike to match Purchase's strike in the first frame. 31-32, Randall Dunbar versus John Kirker. That's got to be up there for the biggest age discrepancy match we've ever had. What's the count there?
I think it was actually Tyler Perry bowling against
Ed Roberts and Brockton.
Brockton. That had to be 60.
What? Yeah.
It had to be, well, that one's not 60, like 55-ish, because Ed won when he was 72, and
right.
I think he was like 17 or 18.
Probably right.
The bad thing is we remember this stuff.
I do. I was there. His thumb broke during the match. He had to change balls.
Shocker.
The thumb slug.
The ITP.
Interchangeable, yeah. In Brockton. It went right down the lane into the pit. I remember like it was yesterday. All right. Wait am I? 33 and 34. Corey Umbrello versus Ryan Graywax. 35 and 6, Eric Smith versus Will Eries. And 37-38, Jeremy Melito versus Tim Elsis. And on 39-40, RJ Martinez versus Jim Dumas. So for those of you that weren't listening last round, we are bowling on a pattern that was created just for this tournament called the Multi-Stack NEBA Bowl-O-Rama 2022. 43 feet in length with 26.13 mils and a 7-to-1 ratio.
Fun? No, they were good.
And as Chris mentioned, they very fair from side to side. Didn't favor, guys that hook it, straight guys, lefties, righties. It was pretty much a good blend of everything in the finals. And that's really all we can ask for at the end of the day, because a lot of times, no matter what we try to do, it doesn't end up that way. But
no, so true. Like I said, this was truly the fairest. Different angles, a lot of variety. Doesn't mean that's how it's going to end up as we get down to the end, which becomes a crapshoot of the matches. But I don't feel like one side of the lane is much better than some other side of the lane. Like you said, the previous time here was pretty lefty dominant. Yeah,
and that was on two different patterns.
Yeah.
So you just thought maybe it was a topography issue or whatever, but
yeah.
So let's say we didn't mention the last round. The next NEBA tournaments, I will say tournaments plural, because we are coming up on Keen Weekend, July 30th and 31st. Doubles on Saturday is on a long sport pattern. And on the regular singles event on Sunday is on a medium length challenge pattern. So
you guys have fun. I won't be there.
You will not.
Well, Amanda. So there's a Lucy in Houston.
All right.
So Amanda and I got in. So I was planning on being there. Obviously, I like that center. I like everything that goes on there. But
well, you were instrumental in us going there, pretty much, right? Part of it.
Some of it. Part of that, but yeah, just the whole working together. But I do like that. I like what Jeff does, and so thank you, Jeff Barden, for everything he does.
I am bowling with Jeff Barden on Saturday.
There you go.
He quick story. He was sort of upset with me because I never went and bowled the Northeast tournament this year, and I'm like, Jeff, what do you want me to do? Like, nobody asked me, and I'm like I didn't form my own group, but everyone I know went, and no one invited me to come, so I'm kind of out of the loop a little bit, but. He says to me when we were at Walnut Hill, I want to say it was, he's like, so you're going to come bowl NEBA? What do I got to pay for your entry to get you to come bowl NEBA? And I go, well, if you're going to pay, then I'm going to bowl with you. And he looked at me, he's like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let's do it. So I am going to be very glad to bowl with Jeff. We're going to have a good time. We'll do our best and see what happens. But, yeah, so doubles on Saturday and singles on Sunday. variety of patterns, so there's a little something for everybody. Golf on Friday.
Yeah. It's a great weekend. It's just, is it on the poker anymore? Or are we not?
I don't even know. They keep they mention it.
I haven't seen the.
There's supposed to be. I think they have the poker at the VFW on Saturday night.
I think they're still going to do it, from what I know.
Yeah.
We have a blackout. I don't know if anybody called it in. Looks like the lane just went off altogether. The monitor's off too. Right? I don't know. Sorry to cut you off there. I just happened to look up and see the lanes.
Yeah. So thanks to Jeff Barton again. $1,000 added each event. Part of the many sponsors that we have this year contributing. What's the current total we said of all the sponsors? 60 grand.
Oh God, yeah. Can't beat it.
Chris is going to read all the sponsors in a minute because I can't see the sheet because I'm blind.
I had to get Danny's glasses.
The print is so small, like I can't see it, so he has to do it.
And we don't know where the sponsor read sheet went, so this is how we're going to do it. But go ahead. You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go over the whole list.
We'll get here early before we get into the meat of the matches. Well, first, Cambridge Credit Counseling. Thank you very much to Chris Viali and his whole team there. They put $3,500 into the Cambridge Credit Invitational. If you're looking to bowl the Invitational or wonder how you bowl the Invitational, you just need to bowl 5 events during this 2022 season, and you're then eligible for the Cambridge Credit Invitational, which generally is in the first couple weeks in January, but I know discussion is possibly moving into April to get away from the bad weather.
Got it.
So that's my idea, and that's what I propose since we're like on the tournament committee. But either way, you get into that tournament, which great prize.
Last year was about $7,000 added money between the money that Cambridge puts in and the money that's taken out from each entry.
Yeah, so NEBA puts usually about $3,500 base dollar per entry from all year, and entries are up this year by 500 entries, so that means more money. So we definitely have a blackout situation on lane 29. We also have many styles of bowling. Thank you, LaRue, East Coast Sports Investors, with our bookie. I don't gamble. Jeff, what's Jeff's last name?
Dawson.
Dawson, thank you. Strike FX Pro Shops, thanks to Alex and John Van Hees and their whole team. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Rich Reynolds, BuddiesProShop.com. It's not only me, it's my staff is what really makes things happen. I am Bowling powered by Logan Fusion. Thanks Ken Keegan. Ace Mitchell Bowling Supplies. They sponsor the golf event coming up. So thank you, Vinny Grzan and company. The Green Mountain Open. John Wilburn and team up there. John bowled great at Nationals.
He's in the top 100 in every event I saw.
He bowled awesome. That's what you hope for when you leave there. We have Dexter Shoes. Thank you to Paul Sylvia. Saw Paul up in Maine. Actually saw him during the Clash event. Just turned around. He's like, hey, signing contracts.
Wow.
So I said, well, give my boys all contracts. And, well, it's going to happen. So, or I hope it does. Savage Arms, Turbo Grips, Grog Monster Sports, Callahan's Bowl-O-Rama, where we're at today. Amazing. Like I said, it originally started out today. We're just adding 2,000. Then it became 4,000. So thank you to the Callahan family. Yankee Lanes, as we talked about as we're coming up. Jeff Barton. Chicago Sam's. BowlingSeriously.com. Thank you, Joanne Herman, for everything she does for women's bowling and for NEBA. Tony and Susie Renaud and Bloomfield Electric. TechVision live streaming. That's Bruce. We have the Bruce Hall, or the his father's doubles event coming up. They call it the TechVision live streaming event, but it's in honor of Bruce's father. So they're putting $6,000 into that event. So in that event, titles don't matter for the over/under.
So now let me clarify this because I
could bowl with you if I want.
It's an over/under, but it's an over/under doubles. It's not.
It's an over/under.
Okay.
Doubles.
Somebody tried to tell me it wasn't. I'm like, no, I know it is.
No, it's an over/under.
Okay.
Yep, over/under doubles, but you can bowl. Champions can bowl with champions. The champions rules go away. We have KR Strike Force. Again, Yankee Lanes now in Manchester. Again, Jeff Barton putting $5,000 in that weekend. We're going to have a men's, a senior event, a ladies event, and then a regular event on Sunday. I've never been to Manchester other than driving through there to go to up to Raymond back in the day.
I've only been there once in my life.
Oh, wow. DJ's Pro Shop, John Zawalik, Storm, Rotogrip, and 900 Global are main sponsor of the balls. So thank you very much for everything they do for us. Better Bowling Concepts with the Kirker and team, and then Ideal Bowling Concepts with Keith Lang. We also missed GMS Decorative Concrete.
Clay Schwartz.
Clay Schwartz, thanks Clay. Clay is actually putting up another $2,500. They already signed up for next year. So thank you, Clay, for everything you do. Great guy. I love Clay to death. I wish we would see him more. He lives now between Houston and the Massachusetts area, doing pool work and patios and everything. So amazing work the guy does. So thank you to all of our sponsors. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's 60,000 worth right there.
I think Dan, when there you go. When Dan starts a squad, I think he needs to take like an inhaler or something like that to get through them all.
Right.
As I said to somebody this morning, I go, end the world. We're just going to thank the world for everything. but thank you.
It's a good problem to have.
It is. I think sometimes I mentioned this to somebody the other day. I believe our members are gotten used to this the last 10 years. And every year we seem to pick up other sponsors, between the work, particularly with the work Wiley does, I try to get some. And I think our members take it for granted that this is happening. And like you've been bowling, obviously, NEBA for 30 some years, right? They didn't have sponsors then.
1989.
I started in 98. There were no sponsors. I mean, until about 2001 when Wiley and I went to the board and said, hey, we want a sponsor. They didn't do anything like that, so that's it. So let's get to the matches here.
So Nick Messino is up on lane 28 right now. He's down by 1 pin through 4 frames if he converts this 10 pin. And on the match to the right, Nate Purchase just struck. He has a 21 pin lead through 4 frames. So Nick cleans up his spare, so he is down by 1. Over to 25 and 26. Sean Richard is down by 9 through 7 frames. And then just to the right of us, Kirker just made a spare. He's down 29 through 6. I can't really see. Can you see that gray wax umbrella match right there on 33 and 4? Can you make out those scores?
I don't need the glasses for that because Gray Wax has 137 with a 9 miss. And whoever he's bowling is got 125 in the 6. So he's up by 12. But the person he's bowling is on a double. So 12 he's got by 12 currently.
Clock needs a strike here. And half 10. So he is now down 31 with a spare. So we did have 220 entries today, which is unbelievable for the summertime.
Absolutely. It's our biggest turnout of the year. $4,000 does that.
$4,000 does do that. Thank you to the Callahan family again.
Kid Roca throws it awesome, by the way.
Wow, yeah. This is a good location for us because it's kind of in the middle of everything. It's not really a far drive for anybody.
The Hartford market is probably our most centralized market of everything. Easiest for everybody to get to.
All right, so clock is down again, 31. He really needs a strike here to set up the next frame, and he's going to need some help, and that comes in late for a 4-8, and he can't believe it. Veal just doubled over on 25 and 26. He's got Sean Richard on the ropes. Sean's going to need them all here just to have a chance. And Roca's up 11 on a double, so this strike here would put him up 21. Sort of a half mix of 7 there. Sean just stoned a 7-pin, so let's see. He's the max of 215 for Sean. He's going to need a double in the 10th and an open. Kirk had just left a big split. He's going to be just about out of wood in the 8th frame. Here's Purchase. He's opening up a sizable lead. So today is a qualifier for the.
It is.
So whoever wins these matches will be included in the fields for the Paul Flory Memorial Series.
We have a chance to have a duplicate in Eric Smith. He is qualified at Nutmeg. The rest of the folks bowling, I don't think. RJ Martinez qualified at Chicopee. Who's RJ bowling? Who's RJ Martinez bowling? I'm just trying to think of who's already
Jim
in.
Dumas.
So I think there's the only two guys already qualified would be RJ Martinez that have already qualified are RJ and Eric Smith. Anybody else bowling right now has not.
So in case people don't understand what we're talking about, Chris has donated $10,000 to a tournament series in honor of his dad. For everything he did for him and for bowling. There are specified tournaments throughout the year that if you finish in the top 8 or in the doubles, it was the top 4 because both guys on the doubles team made it. So there was 8 qualifying events, right?
Yes. Yep.
And the top 8 finishers from those 8 events will be in an elite field of 64, which will just be held during the regular qualifying of a NEBA tournament, right? They all have to bowl the same squad.
It starts in the October event, I believe. So it's everybody has to bowl
all
the exact
64 guys that qualified, if they want to continue on, will have to show up for that 9 o'clock squad that day, and their qualifying scores only will count, and then you can eliminate like the bottom 16 or.
Yeah, I think it goes from. I believe it goes from 64. I don't have it in front of me.
So it's like a FedEx Cup style thing, just based on qualifying scores only.
And then the top 24, I believe, cash. The very final one comes down to how you finish overall at the final NEBA at Norwich.
Got it.
So at the final event at Norwich, it's not your qualifying score. Now it comes down. Now, obviously, if you don't make the cut, your qualifying scores for the cashier, determines the seeding.
So Veal is going to advance over Richard. Dunbar is going to advance over Kirker. And then Clark just doubled and Purchase opened, so that match is closer than it was, but still Purchase in the lead by 18 going to the 9th frame. Messino threw a triple, so he has now taken the lead by 10 over Roca, who's up now going for a double to try and tie the match. Through the face for a split, so Messino is going to be in control here. He can extend his lead if he throws another strike. 148, 57.
You got like a 30-pin lead.
Yeah, yeah. All of a sudden. Purchase through the beak for 5. Oh, more. Oh, just got the 7 out late. So this match really turned. You know, I was just going to say before he split, Kirker still amazes me, doesn't he? Like, isn't it amazing? Like, it doesn't matter what the shot is.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's long, short, medium.
Knows how to bowl.
Guy's so good.
I think there's a difference, and trust me, the young guys now know how to bowl too. But the guys who grew up in an era of when you had to make a ball do things, there's still a little bit of an advantage there because of how you had to figure out how to trick a ball that did nothing.
He just said to me before this round, he said, you know, he's talking about all the young kids and the two-handers that were that were in the finals and the doubles, and he's like, I think it's over for me. I'm like, if you think it's over for you, then I'm in real trouble.
I still think I can win. And obviously, I think my rev rate's much less than John's, you know?
Yep.
I mean, I still feel like, you know, I mean, obviously I'm not John's age, but I'm 49, and I feel like
oh, God. Look at this. Clark just needed a strike to take the lead. He left a blowout 7-10. So now he's going to be down by 20 going to the 10th. He's going to need a triple and an open. So now over here on the left, Messino just went through the face and opened. When he had complete control of the match, that match is actually going to come down to the last frame now. If we give him 2 here, he's going to have 193 in the 9th. And Roca can strike out for 217. So Roca's going to need at least a triple here to force Messino to double. Yep, here's Roca. He really needs at least a double here just to force Messino to show up, but he really would like a triple to force Nick to double. He's got the first one. So Clark has a double. He is going to force
Nick
with at least 9 here. He's going to force Purchase to at least mark. So it would be advisable for Clark to get at least 9 on this fill ball.
Roca dogging it a little bit over there. My kind of bowling. I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sure Dan was like, this is going to be the longest roll-off today. Oh, does he not even get 9?
He got 9. He got 9. So now Purchase needs a mark to win, 9 out to tie. And these are the last 2 matches going. Everyone else is done. We'll update the bracket and we'll start the next round. Some of the pairs are too far to the right for us to even see who won.
Huh? I didn't get there.
All right. Must strike here for Roca just to have a chance. Got it.
I love how the kid throws the ball. And a good kid, too.
Here's Purchase. That's a winner.
That's how you clear it out.
No spear necessary on that one.
That's how you clear the deck.
Boy, he's really taking his time. He's trying to ice him.
Yeah. I'm just typing away and no ball's going in.
Got another one. So he is going to
force him to
double.
double.
Going to force Messino to double, assuming he gets at least 5 here. And that'll be enough to force a double. So Messino's going to need a double and 7. Thanks again, the Callahan family, for sponsoring the event. Place looks great. I remember coming here for JBTs when I was a kid. Didn't look anything like this back then.
I think this is I'd never bowled here until NEBA's came in. It was always like this wide open, beautiful, clean, bright. Ceiling tiles fresh. That's up and in. That's going to be pretty good. Can you get the 10 out?
Oh.
No. That's what I said. You have the yank. Now can you get the corners out if you play out there far enough? You can see that was up and in. The ball just catches the runway.
So Roca will advance. And he will be bowling Randall Dunbar in the next round, if I've done this right. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in again. We'll be back with a round of 8 in about 5 to 10 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.